Ember Souls is finally out, and it's the Prince of Persia VR that we've been waiting for. So let's see what this game has to offer, and thank you to the devs for the early access and sponsoring this video, and don't worry, I won't give you any spoilers in case you decide to pick this up. I actually got to try it for the first time during Gamescom this summer and have been eager to get my hands back on it ever since. The early build I tried wasn't perfect back then, but I knew it was going to be a great game. Diversity is something that us VR gamers really need, and oh boy does this game deliver. It's clear that they've been hard at work getting the game ready for release, and it doesn't disappoint. Everything you're about to see in this video was played and recorded on Quest 3 in glorious 4K 60, which puts quite a bit of strain on the headset. The game ran beautifully with no stutters or issues when not recording, so just be aware that if you do notice anything, it's because of me recording at the same time and not the game itself. Ember Souls comes with 3 game modes, with a 4th one coming soon, so replay value is honestly off the charts here, and I'll go through each mode to show you what it's like. First off, it of course has a story mode, which will have you playing as the last immortal. You're tasked with collecting and harnessing the power of the Ember Stones. Each will give you new abilities that you can use in combat on your journey to defeat the Shadow Sultan. These are wind, water, fire, and earth, and once unlocked you can use skill points to level them up even more. With the stones, it's not all about fighting, because some of them offer you abilities that will help you navigate the environment, such as the water stone allowing you to freeze water to use it as a way to cross large gaps. With others, such as the Windstone, you can grab enemies or objects, use a force push-like skill to push enemies away and even over ledges, and a lot more. There are of course also different swords, daggers, and other weapons to use, as well as all kinds of potions that grant you temporary perks like invincibility, super strength, and more. To unlock the weapons, you'll need to collect coins throughout the game, and make sure to break everything and pick up every single one to build up your character. The sword combat feels very cool, and while it's more arcade in its style, being surrounded by different enemies with various weapon types and fighting styles is definitely challenging, especially as you progress in the game and come across more powerful and skilled ones. Thankfully, between the awesome weapons and your abilities, it makes you feel really powerful and badass when pulling off cool moves, especially if you also activate slow motion while doing it. There will also be parts of the game where you can sneak up on enemies and take them out in a stealthy way, which again adds some variety that makes the game feel more diverse. You'll also encounter boss fights, and I won't spoil too much here and only show you some footage from the first one. But one piece of advice here is to hold on to the super strength potions, because they will make these boss fights much easier to handle. As you can imagine, big dudes like these have a lot more health than regular enemies, so gulp on an invincibility potion and a super strength one and it'll level up the playing field. The Persian-inspired environments themselves also look awesome in the headset, and using your parkour skills to navigate them feels very fluid and natural. Though if I'm being honest, they are also challenging at times, and I fell to my death more times than I care to admit. There are parts that feature all kinds of traps and elements that will require you to carefully manage how you approach them, if you want to make it to the other side alive, that is. Of course, it wouldn't be a Prince of Persia style game without environmental puzzles, and I thoroughly enjoyed them throughout the campaign, though I would consider most of them fairly simple. These had decent diversity and provided a good balance between taking you literally seconds to solve to actually having to put some thought into figuring them out. You also have a cute little companion that you can call on to help with some of the puzzles, so that definitely added another layer to solving them. You can see the world through eagle vision and fly around the map to find clues that you wouldn't be able to on your own. The story mode felt fun, diverse, and very engaging, and it's supposed to give you around 8 hours of gameplay. If you want to train and become a master in combat, Ember Souls also offers a sandbox mode where you can experiment and put your powers and fighting skills to the test. You can spawn enemies, traps, and much more, and I honestly think every single game should have a mode like this. The game even features a roguelite mode called the Raids, which unlocks after completing level 3 in the story. These are procedurally generated maps that shift the focus from fighting and puzzles to parkour and navigating the map to find the exit as quick as possible. That being said, there are still some doors that won't unlock before you've defeated all of the enemies, so while the focus is on parkour, there is still some fighting involved as well. This mode was so much more fun than I expected, and it felt super fluid and cool trying to find the exit while avoiding combat and becoming the ultimate parkour master. There will be a daily map every day which will have you competing with other players for the absolute best score. And it also rewards you with special weapons and equipment, so kudos to them for adding this. I did also mention there's a 4th mode coming, and while I haven't gotten a chance to try it and I'm not sure when it's coming, this is the mixed reality mode and I can't wait to see what it offers. Ember Souls is available today on Quest 2, Quest 3, 3S, and Pro for just $25, which I honestly think is a great price for how much gameplay you get across all these game modes. I love the variety it offers and how cool it made me feel while playing it, so it definitely has my seal of approval. What did you think? Will you be picking up Ember Souls? Let me know in the comments, and here are some of my other videos if you still want to hang out for a bit. I'll see you soon, guys. Cheers!